There's this huge shift happening right now in what it really means to be a leader. The old command and control style, it's on its way out. It's being replaced by something way more powerful, the leader as a coach and a mentor. So today, we're going to break down what that actually looks like.
Okay, so let's just start with this basic but super important question. What is the actual difference between managing someone and leading them? I mean, it seems simple on the surface, right? But the answer? Well, it changes everything. It's really the difference between just overseeing a to-do list and truly empowering your people. And that whole idea of empowerment, that's really at the heart of a leader's dual role. So let's dive into what it means to be both a leader and a coach, because honestly, it completely reframes why you're even in charge in the first place. When you boil it all down, this model is all about one thing: continuously training and developing the skills of your team. And trust me, continuously is the most important word there. This is not a one-and-done training seminar. We're talking about an ongoing, everyday part of how you lead.
This right here shows the change so perfectly. Okay, so your traditional manager, they're all about the tasks, the projects, just getting the job done. But a leader coach, they completely flip the script. Their focus is on the people. The project is, of course, still important, but it becomes the vehicle for developing skills and mentoring the team. That's the huge shift in thinking.
So yeah, that all sounds pretty good in theory, but why bother? What's the real mission? Why does this approach matter so much, especially in today's workplace?
The whole mission comes down to this: to get employees motivated enough to truly contribute. Think about it. When people feel like their leader is personally invested in their growth, their motivation just skyrockets. They stop being people who just complete tasks, and they start being people who actively contribute to the big picture. And that kind of motivated contribution, well, it leads to some pretty incredible results. Your team's skills aren't just being used, they're being actively enhanced. Their core competencies are growing. And all of that directly leads to a bigger, better contribution to the organization's goals. It creates this amazing, positive feedback loop. Development sparks motivation, which leads to better results, which then creates even more opportunities for development. It just keeps feeding itself. All right, so we've got the what and we've got the why. Now we get to the really good part, the how. How do you actually put this whole leadership style into practice? First thing you need to get is that this is not some abstract philosophical theory. No, this is a practical, hands-on approach. It's about being in the trenches, doing the work with your team, not just directing from the sidelines. It really requires your active participation. And this whole practical thing works in a simple 3-step cycle. First, you lead a real project. That creates the perfect real-world classroom for growth. Step 2, while that project is happening, you are constantly training and developing your team's skills. And here's the really crucial 3rd step, and this one's for you, the leader. You conduct mock sessions to practice and get better at your own coaching skills, because a great coach never stops training either. So, after looking at the what, the why, and the how, what's the one big idea you should really walk away with from all this?
I think it really just comes down to this. Great leaders don't just manage work, they build people. And the funny thing is, the work still gets done. A lot of times, it gets done even better, because the people doing it are growing, they're motivated, and they feel empowered. That right there is the heart and soul of being a leader coach.
So I'll leave you with a question to chew on. Doesn't matter if you lead a giant company or a tiny team. What is one coaching opportunity you can create this week? Thanks for tuning in to This Explainer.